Hello everybody, and welcome back to my channel. I finally have audio for this video so that you can hear my sick voice. Please excuse that. We're going to do three things today. The first thing is to create a new layer. The second is to ink the artwork until it's almost perfect. And then the third thing is to clean up the lines to make them look a bit more appealing. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click on creating a new layer, and this would help by inking over the top of the last layer. It helps because when I erase, it does not erase the layer below, so my original drawing will still stay intact. And as you can see, I'm starting with the eyebrows. And one thing I notice what happens when I'm drawing is that my sketch pad is a bit wonky and it wants to skip when I'm drawing, and I don't know why it's doing that. I think it might be because I have a really old computer. It's not that old, but it's getting old. It's either that or my sketch pad is old as well. Or it could be that my hand is somehow brushing up against it and my sketch pad is kind of sensitive. But what I just did right then is to go back to the last layer and to decrease the opacity to make it less as dark, if that makes sense, so that I can still see the last layer, but I can also see the new layer more and kind of get an idea what to do off of that. And the rest of this video is just going over and inking the lines that I've already made and just trying to make them as perfect as possible. Right now it is in time lapse, so this whole thing probably took me about 40 minutes. And for you, I think it's only going to take about 20. I know it's a long time and it's going to be a long video, but please bear with me. And so far, it looks great. And when I say you want to ink your lines until they're almost perfect, what I mean is that not everything's going to be perfect. Like, you're going to have some really shaky lines. At the end, when you zoom out, those shaky lines don't really matter anymore. And it's just about the overall picture. Like, I know, for example, a really good artist on YouTube named Lavender Town. I know that she doesn't have the smoothest of lines as some other artists have, but her style is just so unique that the lines don't have to be smooth. And I know most of my audience is probably from an app called PopJam. I love that app so much. There's so much support on it. On that app, I actually have a different kind of art style. It's really simple and it's so cute, and I love to draw in that style. I can just whip it out. It's so amazing. A lot of people compliment me on it. They say, wow, even I couldn't do that. You know, I used to think that way too. Now I know that when you say that to other people and like to yourself, when you say your artwork is no good or you're always making excuses, when you tell people who are looking at your artwork that you yourself think it's not good, then they will think it's not good as well. Having a sense of stability in yourself and knowing where you stand as an artist is one of the most important things that anyone needs. They need to have this. It took me a long time to know where I stand as an artist, and sometimes I still don't know, and that's okay. But I know that my art is improving so much, and I know that my art is really good for my age. I went through at one point where I stopped drawing completely because I was beating myself. I was tearing myself down. I am so lucky to come back from that and continue art because art is my life. All you need is just a bit of stability. Now that's enough lessons for today. Hopefully some of my artwork or this little talk will intrigue you enough. And it's not all about philosophy and learning to love yourself. That's a whole new topic for another day. Throughout this tutorial, you can see me going over and over and over some lines, and one trick I like to use for when I'm inking and kind of getting frustrated at how the lines won't come together is that I work a little section at a time. I create one part with one stroke and another part with another stroke, and then try to connect those two lines as I did with that shoulder connecting to the arm. And the best way to make your lines look perfect is just to work in one sort of stroke. I'd say it's not good to do many other strokes simply because it can look kind of janky and a bit awkward sometimes. But I understand, if you're just starting out, that's how you're gonna draw. But just know that quick little strokes will be the best. But you don't have to do that completely. And maybe that's not your style. I'm not here to tell you what to do, I'm just telling you how I like it. And for some reason, my sketchpad likes to jump out on me, as I said before, and sometimes it wants to delete my picture, and I have a mini panic attack during those moments. I have to sit back and be like, It was towards the end where my sketchpad was really making me frustrated because it kept skipping while I was drawing and it wasn't making clear, complete lines. And I noticed one of the things that didn't help me during this was that I didn't flip my picture enough. Well, there isn't a set time or limit or like some sort of goal you have to use to flip your picture. I usually flip it a lot to make sure it looks right. But I guess during the inking, I was just so focused on creating this video and making it look good that I didn't really think about flipping the picture enough. Honestly, I think it looks great for the end product. I also had a lot of struggle when doing the hair. Like there was this really cute strand that was poking out, and it was just flowing in the wind, and I tried to draw over it, and I kind of liked it at first. And then I realized that no, I didn't like it. And so I just decided to erase it. And so that's what happened. This is another random topic, but I kind of want to know what I should call you guys. I know a lot of YouTubers have names for their subscribers, and I kind of have an idea. Like, I want to do Kohai. I think that's really cute since I'm your senpai, and even though senpai's spelled wrong, I think just you guys being my Kohai would be the most fitting. But if you have any other ideas, please leave it down in the comments. I'm always glad to hear from you guys. Last video's feedback was amazing, and I was surprised to get like 5 comments, but I'm so happy to receive those from you guys. Like, it's amazing. But back to artwork. So what I'm doing right here for the hair is that I'm just using some really quick strokes to make the ends of the hair look pointy but kind of flowy at the same time, and using the same trick of creating one thing and then connecting to another. But as long as your picture is cute and you are confident in yourself, then other people will be confident in you. That's the most important thing. And yeah, I struggle with that a lot, and I apologize for my artwork being not good enough. And what I'm doing right here is that I'm just going over some lines and making them a bit more clean. And what I mean by that is just going over lines that poke over some lines, or just going over lines that intersect lines kind of in a T shape. or just coming in at an angle, I'm making the line that's coming there look a bit more wider. To me, it looks better that way, but it's not for everyone. And then it was at this moment where I realized I wasn't really digging hair that's coming off in that one strand. Like, it just looks very unnatural, and I felt lazy in trying to redraw it. But I was like, let's give it a chance and we'll see how it goes. Also, I know this is supposed to be, like an art channel, but, I do have other hobbies. Like, I used to play the flute. I don't think I can show that off, though. But I do sing. So I was wondering maybe if you guys would be interested in hearing me sing once in a while. I know it's probably like, oh, why would we want to hear that? But I think it would be fun just to hear a little something. I don't know. You guys give me your input. Please leave comments down below. So this is where I got fed up with that one strand and I completely erased it and was like, let's just connect the two. And it ended up looking nice. I wish I had that strand, but I am lazy and I don't feel like trying it back in. Thank you all for watching. This is the end of my video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.